strength. This is probably transvestic
Wormhat.
connection.
This video kind of about two different topics. First, I'll talk a little bit about strength, and so yeah, let's just get into that part. So I'll just read this. LOL, there's this fat dude, 300 plus pounds, walks with the chest out, flexing lats, and haha, he just looks retarded. He eyeballs everyone. What's up with that? I'd take a guess his estrogen levels. Yeah, being fat is female. It's a female trait.
What? Are you what? Men can't be fat? Have you seen the majority of the population of the United States? What? Hans. Nope. This ain't it, bud.
High amounts of adipose. Real men are lean. And it's even hard for real men to get fat in the way that for women, it's hard for them to not be fat. And that's another thing that Trannyland sells you backwards. Trannyland tells you that women are skinny and that men are fat. That's totally backwards. Men are skinny, women are fat. That's the truth. This person's a tranny that knows about, that's why they made this joke, the estrogen levels. They know
what? Okay, everyone's body has adipose, right? That's what fat is. It's a specific kind of, like, tissue in your body. And if you took two roughly, let's say, two people, one who is, oh, thank you, Jouster Zen with 5 bits and Dudes Banking Dudes with 1 bit. Hannah proves it, because she's a bit chubby. I'm kidding. Yeah, Hans will forever be the one true man. True. If you took your average man with your average woman, let's say, the woman might have differently proportioned adipose tissue on their body. Women, for instance, have, like, breast tissue, more of it, and that's gonna be more, like, adipose. But, like, men can also be fat, right? Anyone who eats more than they burn off in a day will end up storing the excess energy as fat tissue on your body. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with, like, whether you're a guy or a girl or non-binary, whatever you happen to be. If you eat more than you burn off, you will gain weight, and it will be stored as fat. Hormones might dictate how it is stored, but it will be stored nonetheless.
Martin. So let's talk about power really quick. Not only do fat-free Martins somehow think that they're strong just because they're fat, they don't understand. Think about a wrench. A lot of the power that you're getting out of a wrench depends with how long the wrench is. So the way that our bones are built are different for females and males. Our bones are built different to be strong. Men are strong, women are weaker, and a lot of it has to do with our bone structure. Long humerus bone, real man. Short humerus bone, FTM tranny. Who do you think's stronger? You know, think about it.
That was a picture showing how force is multiplied based on how far you are from the fulcrum point. What are you talking about?
Who do you want helping you move? Look at this one. Who do you want helping you move? This person? This body? Or this body?
Probably that dude. He can probably lift more.
Who do you think is going to have better endurance, be able to pick up stuff better? Look at that. It's obvious.
Wait, what? Why? Like, she has less muscular tissue than he does, which is also fine, but what?
So, really quickly, I'll just talk about muscles, because...
Hey, we don't need the bones glasses yet. He's talking about muscles, not bones. That's a different thing.
This is basically what my arms look like, yeah. But this is strong. The point...
Giving a little bit away there, Hans, aren't you? Gee. I wonder why Hans is intent upon displaying the fact that a more feminine frame is in fact somehow masculine. And then he compares himself to this thin woman and saying that he looks like her. That makes it sound like, Hans, you're a thin guy, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And it seems like you're insecure about that, and therefore you feel the need to justify that by saying, actually, anyone with, like, muscly arms really they're just secretly transgender. Nope, you just have skinny arms. That's fine, there's nothing wrong with that.
Is a real man has long humerus bones, so their muscle.
There it is! Hold on, let me chew. I'll die if I do the bones while I'm chewing. The bones! The bones! Is it time to measure the bones? I think it is time to measure the bones. There you go. You got what you paid for.
Muscle doesn't pop out as much. An FTM
We needed the bones emote so badly.
tranny has these tiny little bones, so their muscles are popping out huge all over the place. Real men have a more lean look to them, just because our muscle fits our frame better.
What? No. No. People's bodies are different, and people carry both fat and muscle differently depending on who they are. And their genetics, on top of other things, you can do different exercises to make certain muscles bigger than others. You can do stuff to get definition. Like, what? To say that, like, all men look like this or all women look like that is not only reductive, but factually wrong.
FTMs, their muscles don't fit their frames right. Hey, look, yeah, you see a little bit of bulge, but that's just because it's...
The dude's in good shape. Is this Brad Pitt? He looks a little bit like a fuzzy photo of Brad Pitt. It's Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That would make sense. He's in decent shape. Like, he's obviously fit. He's thin. He's got a little bit of musculature. He's not, like, jacked or anything, but he's in good shape.
The roided out tranny. That doesn't mean that this person's stronger
What?
than this person. Again, think about tools. This is Brad Pitt's arm. This is Angelina's arm. Who's...
Hans, do you not understand what this image is even illustrating? This image is illustrating the fact that the further away from the fulcrum point that you hold it, you'll have greater leverage in your ability to pull. Oh, God.
stronger? Angelina, way stronger. So much stronger.
Which is, by the way, the same reason that the doorknob is on the opposite side of the door frame as the hinges. Because if it was near the hinges, it would be hard to, you know.
Look, this is Brad Pitt as teed up as they can get it. Notice the masonry in the background.
Have you seen Brad Pitt in, Fight Club? Brad Pitt, Fight Club. Brad Pitt in Fight Club is jacked as fuck, bro. Brad Pitt in Fight Club is pretty attractive, in my opinion. Or like, in, what is this, in Troy? He looks even more, like, defined in Troy. Like, what? You could say a lot of things about Brad Pitt if you don't like him, I guess, but you can't say the guy's not in shape. Or at least hasn't been at parts in his life. I have no idea what Brad Pitt looks like today, but he's older, so, you know, who knows? It's ridiculous.
Still flabby in the upper arm, like women. Women are flabby in the upper arm. You see the fat, subcutaneous fat layer.
What? He has... What?
Men have lean upper arms.
I think this is legit just Hans being super insecure about the fact that he's got tiny arms, and he has to justify it by saying that actually having tiny arms is the most masculine. No! Look, Hans, I'm sorry you feel insecure about this. I'm sorry you let's get on the bones classes. This is important. Hans, I'm sorry you feel insecure about how you look, and that you've been made to feel unmasculine because you haven't lived up to society's predefined definitions of what a man might be. However, if you actually watch the movie Fight Club, for instance, they talk about how toxic masculinity can... Well, they don't literally talk about it, it's subtext, which you won't get. But Fight Club is sort of about how toxic masculinity and these views of ourselves and what men should be or what women should be can be incredibly destructive, and at the end of the day, you should probably just view yourself as a person living in society and define who you are for yourself. So Hans, instead of trying to flip the script and tell everyone else what they should be and how they should present themselves, why don't you just recognize the fact that, hey, we're all different in our own ways, and we should all be happy with who we are. And if the way that you are masculine is that you have tiny arms, that's absolutely fine. Who cares? Do you, Hans?
So, it's a big difference. Okay, look at this really quickly. Look up FTM bodybuilders. They just look like anyone from Hollywood. They got
What? No, they're bodybuilders.
T-Rex arms. Why do FTM bodybuilders have the same body type as Hollywood people?
What? In shape? Because they're bodybuilders and they're in shape. And by the way, most of these dudes look stronger than most people in Hollywood. Like, look at this guy. He's fucking jacked. That's like 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger shit. Good for them. What's up? Hello. We're watching Hans.
I know.
And you get freaks like this. Like,
Hello,
what is
chat.
that? I don't. Oh, we'll look at that one later. I think I
sad.
have that one.
I don't know why Lupin doesn't like me today.
Did she do something again?
Yeah, she keeps hissing at me.
Oh, that is weird. She hasn't been doing it to me. That's weird.
Yeah, you just look like a Hollywood tranny, because you're a tranny. These.
Ugh. T-slur. Is it maybe because you were moving the couch earlier and it was freaking her out because she was under
I
it?
mean, she didn't see me though. She didn't know who was moving. The
She might have smelled you or something.
I guess.
Who knows?
Why do they?
This morning, chat, Lupine, our new kitty, went missing in the house, and we had to look everywhere for her, and it turned out she had gotten under the couch, like in the mechanism of the recliner. She's okay.
These guys got the T-Rex arms, just like people in Hollywood. It's because people in Hollywood are trannies.
That's true. Hannah is
my
her
gosh.
favorite.
So I was thinking maybe this one.
Did I see Simon Dan's latest video on Hans? Hans believes penguins are fake and not the Antarctic, but the Arctic is an ice wall around the Earth. We've actually watched that penguin Hans video on this channel before. You should check out Simon Dan, though, if you haven't. He's really good on YouTube. He also covers Hans sometimes and does a lot of flat Earth debunks and stuff.
Is like.
Do you like Fight Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
An MTF that went back to being M. Same with this.
Hans spends a lot of time, it seems, looking at shirtless jacked dudes.
I mean.
Just saying.
Because this one's famous. Anyone who's a famous tranny,
Kitty
you
was
gotta be
getting
wary
more
of them being a
trusting
double
yesterday,
trans.
but
This one kept-
she's real upset today, at least
the-
with me.
China. But I think that this one is really a man.
Oh, I have no idea which stream covered the penguin thing. Probably a Tinfoil Tuesday, though I don't know which one.
Just was
Maybe the Tinfoil Tuesday Hans Wormhat edition? I did a
think
whole
that's
episode.
What it was.
born with a vagina, and now they're on T.
For the record, a lot of these people might not even be trans men, because he typed in female to male bodybuilder, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger came up, and Schwarzenegger is a cis man, so...
So yeah, it gets a little confusing when you get into the double trans, but
Yes, we've had one trans, but what about double trans?
look at just regular bodybuilders. They have the same look. There's no difference. You have
Oh boy, Hans, it's almost like getting on hormones really helps your body get to the place you want to be when you're trans. How crazy.
T-Rex arms. You got your little T-Rex arms. You look the same. Look like a freak. So all bodybuilders are trans. They're all
No. No, they're not, Hans.
juicing. Does any of this look right? Does any of this look natural?
Well, Hans, it's not necessarily supposed to look natural. Bodybuilding is a discipline in which people literally spend their free time working out, not just in a strength way, because if you've ever seen people who do just straight up strength training, they don't usually look like this. Bodybuilding is to work out muscles in order to get a certain visual look, right? Pumping Iron is a good documentary about this. It's where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno were up against each other for some bodybuilding competition. You see their rivalry. It's quite interesting. Bodybuilding isn't about, like, looking natural, because you have to do pretty specific regimes and, like, exercises in order to get this look. But people who do strength training are still going to be able to outlift these guys, even though they're in, you know, pretty good shape. It's just that they're working out muscles for an aesthetic as opposed to working out muscles for strength training.
Yeah, you got your T-Rex arms.
What? He's got arms. They're just arms.
CrossFit for trannies. Trans.
Hans, it's called CrossFit because it involves a variety of tasks and different kinds of exercises. It's like a cross of a bunch of different kinds of exercises. That's where that comes from. You could have Googled that to find that out.
Same idea. I know some trannies that opened up a CrossFit gym. Like, let's look at the humerus bone. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, the torso on that thing.
Okay, first of all, not on that thing. She's a woman, Hans, you fucking douche. Second of all, that woman could kick your ass, so maybe chill out with the insults. You just admitted you got scrawny little arms, and you're gonna insult this woman who's taken a long time and a lot of work to hone her physical form? Jesus. Rude.
No hips. No hips. Oh yeah, I know a ton of women that can hold themselves up like this.
Hans, they're specifically exercising to get to the point where they can do this. That's the purpose of exercise? Do you know how exercise works, Hans? Have you ever lifted a dumbbell in your life?
Ripping muscles. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're trannies.
No, they're not. And even if they were, why would it matter?
Those abs, not from a woman. So look, these are everyday people. These are just everyday people, trannies. Look at that long.
Hans, first of all, please stop using the T slur. If you want to talk about trans people, just call, you know, trans people like me trans. It's fine. It's cool. And not a trans either. Please call us, like, this trans person. You know. Don't use the T slur. Not cool, bud.
Long torso, short legs, tranny. Everyday person, not a celebrity. Nobody famous. At least not that I know of. This is just CrossFit people. And then we get Mr. T-Rex arms. Doesn't it look silly? Look, we got little T-Rex arms and no leg hair.
Hans, just because you can floss with your arms doesn't mean that muscular people don't exist. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, women don't have upper body strength.
They do if they take the time to work on it, like anyone. Hans, if you do a bunch of pull-ups, over time, you'll get better at doing the pull-ups and they will be easier to accomplish. That's what exercise does.
In the Kali, mocking you. Huge knuckles. It's a huge knuckle, everyday tranny. They're all over, man. They're all over. So I'll just finish up. Yeah. Oh, here's that disgusting. See, look, this made the news. In 2011, this made the news.
Yeah, it made the news because this person is transgender. They're literally saying, hey, this transgender person is a bodybuilder. Here's a personal interest story about it. Hans, why would this be news if every bodybuilder was trans. Do you understand that this news article is made because it's like there aren't many trans people in general? So it's like, oh, this person's trans and a bodybuilder. Human interest story. Why would anyone care if everyone was already trans, Hans?
They're making news articles in 2011 about trannies. 42-year-old, of course. They like that number a lot. Multiple
Or it's because she's 42, Hans.
7. So look at this. I'm just going to end with the Harvey Weinstein thing. If you, I don't know, I guess you could try to send this video to people who believe this crap. How these people are huge beasts compared to Harvey Weinstein, who's just a fat, look at this. Just feel that masculine energy too. Do you think that
Hans, what the fuck are you talking about?
these people are getting assaulted by fat Harvey Weinstein?
Hey, dipshit, do you know anything about the accusations made against Harvey Weinstein? The accusations are not only that he was aggressive with them sexually, but that he was using his position over them in a company, literally using his power in Hollywood to coerce people into sleeping with him. He wasn't... Hans, do 5 seconds of research, you sick fuck.
Look at that. You're not going to try to start a fight with that thing. This thing scares me.
Hans, I know women scare you. It explains a lot of your personality, but maybe dial it back just a little bit.
Kidding me? So, yeah, strength, I don't know, people don't understand what strong is.
Hans, honestly, I have a question for you, and this is a challenge. Here's a challenge to Hans Wormhat, and feel free to send this to him, at this timestamp, so he knows to come here, just so he doesn't, like, skip over the whole video. Here's a challenge, Hans. Find me a photo of 5 cis women that you think are cis and are not trans. Because I don't think I've ever seen you look at a photo of a woman and be like, yep, that's a real woman, as you would put it. That's a real fucked up way to put it, but it's how you would put it. Find me 5 photos of cis women and explain to me why they are cis.
That's a strong body. Look, that's just a man. This is honestly what my body looks like. That's me walking down the beach. With long hair.
Okay, that's great, Hans. Good for you. That just means you're like a pretty skinny person. You're just like skinny, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No joke. That's just a man's body.
It's not. It isn't. Also, Hans, do you have boobies? Because she has boobies.
And it's strong, too. Those long monkey arms. But they've just sold it all backwards. People just don't know what strength is. They don't know... Like, this is a strong person.
What? Like, look, no offense to whoever this is. I don't recognize this person. But, like, I don't look at her and think, yeah, she could bench a lot. She's real strong. Like... No, not, I mean, she's, like, pretty, and she's, like, in shape, but, like, she's not jacked, she's not muscular, she doesn't look particularly strong compared to your average person.
This is not strong. What's Harvey gonna do? Lay on top of them?
Yeah, that was probably part of it, you sicko.
Try to eat them?
Again, Hans... Have you read a single article about the accusations against Harvey Weinstein? They are that he used his power in order to coerce women.
Well, seriously, just be honest with yourself. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win in a fight?
Probably him, even though he's fat.
Dang. This thing is strong.
Yeah, she was playing Lara Croft, Tomb Raider.
Look at those
She
shoulders.
probably exercised.
My goodness. Veins. Huge kneecaps. They're not getting sexually assaulted by anybody. They're just fat girls on tea.
Nope, that would be the writing duo behind Good Will Hunting, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, with a convicted sexual assailant.
They all look pregnant here or something. It's a joke. Harvey Weinstein has a real wonky eye. Yeah, look at this. This thing's a beast. Could beat
What
the
are
crap
you
out of Harvey
talking
Weinstein.
about?
So easy. It's like the Joker. Man, just feel the energy. It's crazy. Anybody who believes these rape stories is just so blind. How far apart the eyes are. Those monkey arms, they can do some damage. I thought looks exactly like, so this is allegedly, this one, but looks exactly like Heather Graham, and this just looks exactly like Heather Graham. Something about the posturing is just Heather Graham does that same thing. And this one also claimed to be
capitalism.
Adorable bastard, thanks for subscribing with Twitch Prime.
So, has anyone said that? Rose McGowan, Heather Graham, same person.
What?
Kind of a hard one to prove with all the inbreeding and stuff that they have going on.
They don't even look alike, Hans. What?
But I think they really do that, where they'll take a celebrity, and this is one of their characters, and another one they just put blue contacts in and a blonde wig. Boom, you're a new celebrity. I think they do that a lot. Anyways, this is more about strength. Just look at the body proportions. Just the full body proportions. Those sloped shoulders. Man, no man is gonna have shoulders that look like that.
What are you talking about? He just looks like a guy. He just looks like... What?
This. So...
He has kind of like long trapezius muscles or whatever those are called. And then he's got shoulders. Like, what?
Part of the reason I'm doing this video, somebody asked me to talk about the difference in man and woman shoulders. And this shot right here actually shows it really well. If you're a man and you have developed trap muscles, sure, your shoulders will have a little bit of a slope to it, but you see that the underlying shoulder structure is very rectangular. Your arms hang down.
Okay, yeah, he has long trapeziuses. And then he has, like, normal shoulders. What? I don't understand what you don't
shoulders
get.
Basically go across, and then they come down straight again. But you do see it. This isn't like a sloped shoulder structure. This is just a developed trap muscle on a boy body. But this right here is just sloped, mega sloped shoulders. You just see how the difference. But yeah, the MTF, they can build up their trap muscle to give their shoulders a slopiness. But then just compare the humerus bones. That's why muscles are not good.
That's on, on all the list of the things that I'm working on with my transition, right at the top, right under, like, hormones and voice training, I'm like, gotta work those trap muscles. They don't call us traps for nothing. That's a bad joke. Shouldn't have made that joke. That's not a good joke. Clear the egg with 10 bits. Do you know what Hans thinks the motivation for Hollywood to trans all their celebrities is? I'm pretty unfamiliar with transvestigations. I have no idea.
It's the Skull and Bones Society. It's not the skull, bones, muscles, sexual organs. No, it's just the skulls and bones. So it's not advised that you try to transvestigate with anything other than skulls and bones. Look at those shoulders. Or not shoulders, the armpits. Something that doesn't get mentioned very much, but lean armpits like this is masculine.
What?
How strong this person is. A lot of upper body strength. It's masculine. Women do not have upper body strength. That jaw. Do you think Harvey Weinstein could do this?
No, he's a fat man.
Pointing up. Fat tranny. FTM tranny. This one probably carries... It's probably a big joke. They're doing a one-eye symbol in this picture, too. It's probably a big joke. I bet Harvey Weinstein is a breeder. Harvey Weinstein probably has carried a lot of these trannies' children. Because these dudes could beat the crap out of this double chin FTM. It wouldn't even be close. Look, he's like 2 midgets. That's it.
I hate Hans so much. He's the worst. Okay. This man has a name. This is Peter Dinklage. He's a fantastic actor. Can we not, A, use the M word, and fucking B, objectify him? What the fuck? Hans lives in an alternate reality and that's why we love him? I don't know. I don't know. He's fucked.
Got the white, discolored hands. Look at the wording they use. Harvey Weinstein fingers Jennifer Lawrence for role. Yeah, but look at these white hands. It's hormone abuse.
Let's see. I'm on hormones. I have been for a little over a year now. My hands are not whiter than the rest of me, at least not like any more than or less than anyone else. It's almost like you're talking out of your asshole, Hans.
Look, this one's bigger. Sorry for the disgusting boobs, but this one's so...
Hans, are you sure you're into women? Just something to consider.
strong. Just look, it's just strong.
Fellas, is it gay to like boobs? Hans accidentally constantly like shows his inner soul to the world. And it's beautiful in the way a train going over a ravine is beautiful in slow motion. Like, yeah, a lot of people get hurt in the process, but boy was it interesting to watch on the way down.
You know? This is what a strong man looks like. And this is just a fat woman. And we were all blind. Alright, God bless everybody.
Oh god, Hans. I hate you so much. I love you, Hans. Anyway, Dude Spanking Dude says, you ever think Hans might be a closeted, in denial trans woman? Like he won't accept it, so he uses all these logical hurdles? No, I don't think that's the case. I think he's just a very, very confused, potentially, maybe mentally ill person. I don't know. So Hans, my challenge to you is this. If people want to send this video once I clip it out and put it on YouTube to Hans, that would be great. Hans, find me 5 pictures of what you consider to be cis women. Look up cis on Google if you don't know what it means. And get back to me in a video response. And explain, why do you think they're cis as opposed to every other woman in the world whom you think is trans for some reason? It's very bizarre. You're a very weird person, Hans.